YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video. Right now I want to talk to you guys about the Spider-Man retro line. Indeed, my favorite Spider-Man line from Marvel Legends and Hasbro. And I mean, like, you know, we get Venom waves, Into the Spider-Verse waves, regular Spider-Man waves, vintage packs. But this retro wave is my favorite. I know there's a lot of people that will argue that a lot of these characters don't belong in these waves because they weren't part of the cartoon, but for me that doesn't matter. If we were to go by the cartoon, we'd only have probably like 20 figures and that would be it, because there aren't that many characters or even spiders in that cartoon. Trust me, it would have ended quick. So the idea that they're throwing just random spiders in the retro line makes me hype, because look at the lineup we already have as far as spiders go. 5 totally different spiders: Cyborg, Webman, Negative Zone, 2099, a new classic suit. So many different spiders, so many different villains. You know, you get a whole plethora of main villains, and then you get one symbiote right now, and that's cool. You know, I'm still expecting to see a Carnage and maybe a Spider Carnage, but we get Jonah. There's a lot of guys here. Kingpin, even Daredevil, who may not be in this picture at the moment, but he is part of the wave. I just don't really care for Daredevil, so I didn't really insert him in this collage. But I love this line, and for me the idea is to keep them in box. I have all of them open and all of them in box. I'm missing a few. I don't have Jonah, and I opened my retro Spider-Man like an idiot, so I don't have one of those, which is really hard to get right now. Whatever, hopefully I can get one later on. And I really look forward to all the other characters we can get. We need a Hobgoblin, we still need a Vulture, we need a Scorpion, we need an Alistair Smith, we need a Screech. Screech? Is it Screech? I might have that wrong. But we need a lot of other characters. Kraven, Doc Ock, Rhino, and many more that I can't think of at the moment. But if you know some guys, name them in the comment. Who do you want to see in this wave anyway? Like, who are you more excited for as far as who we're getting? Because we're getting a new Venom, we're getting 2099. I know that's a good thing because 2099 is very expensive, so to get them at a retail again is going to be a really cool thing. And this one looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Even though he is on the Pizza Spider-Man body, which is kind of obsolete today, I still do appreciate it, and I think that body still has a lot of potential. You can see that 2099 and Negative Zone share the same body, and they both look really good. I made this video to show my appreciation to Hasbro for their Spider-Man retro line, because despite the news of those last 2 figures we got revealed to us, right, the No Way Home figures, I didn't want to sound and come off so negative and sound like a hater because of what happened the day before with the retro carded Venom, right? Because as long as you keep producing stuff like this, I'm definitely gonna buy, and you will always have my money. Spider-Man retro Spider-Man, one of the coolest Spider-Man. If you don't have them, you missed out. I mean I have one, but I don't have one in package. But this is a cool figure. There are some things that could have been better about it, and I think that's what Hasbro's probably doing, retooling it, because they haven't gave us another figure on this body since. So when we got Cyborg, everyone was like, why didn't you use the retro body? I'm kind of happy they didn't. I prefer the Sunfire body over the retro body, but you got to give them credit. It was a nice attempt. Negative Zone, another favorite of mine. I made one just like this years ago, so I think I'm 4 for 4 instead of 3 for 3. But this looks great. A lot of people want webs. They probably will give us one with webs later on, probably one from the PS4 game. We are expected to get a Webman, which I love the colors on this guy. The bright blue looks so good on top of the red, so I expect to pick at least 2 of these guys up. Maybe even 3 if I can find it. I think this is the first retro Spider-Man we got with all of his hands. 2099, another cool spider. One that most people want because they don't want to pay almost $100 for the older one. And this one looks cool too, so I'm really excited for it. Happy to get it. I wish it was on a bigger body. Venom, of course, you guys know I'm excited for this. Again, I'm hoping to secure 2 of these things, but considering that they are HasCon exclusives, I doubt I'll be able to get more than one, so help me out, please. If I need help on anything, it's acquiring that guy. Sandman looks great. I think this looks better than the Build-A-Figure, but a lot of people will disagree because they want that intimidating giant Sandman. And I thought that Absorbing Man body was just too big. Green Goblin, deadly member of the Sinister Six. Honestly, I think the last release Green Goblin looked better than this one, but it's great to have in part of this collection. We're close to our Sinister Six. An Electro, a classic Electro. I think the last one was cool too, but the pants made it inaccurate. They tried to merge 2 different Electros on the last one. But this one looks more classic, almost like this Mysterio, where they kind of redid this one to make it look more like the classic Mysterio. The other one had green boots and it was just a little inaccurate. Seeing Kingpin in here was really surprising because he was a Build-A-Figure. So to get him on a retro card was like, oh damn. for sure I'm gonna get Kingpin. And he was pretty cheap. He was like 35 bucks. Peter Parker, super cool. The head isn't accurate to the cartoon. This is from the comic, but it is great. And they could reuse this body for a clone hunt to Spider-Man. I would like that very much. What do you think? Gwen Stacy in her green trench coat looks really nice. Very accurate. I like it. And they gave us a Mary Jane head in case you wanted to swap it out. But I would prefer if you use it with another body. The Invincible Black Cat. I love this chick. She's crazy. Looks really good. Doesn't have the cleavage the first one has, which is okay. Jonah Jameson, I need one of these guys. Someone help me out with a Jonah. I could probably get him. I just don't, I haven't seen him in the wild, which is surprising. But I need one of those guys. Daredevil looks cool. I appreciate the new sculpt and everything, but I never really was a fan of this style of Daredevil, this suit. So I always see it and leave it on the shelves. I probably should pick it up just because it's part of the wave, but nah. But this wave is amazing. Well, these waves are amazing. These collection of waves are cool, and I really do look forward to what else Hasbro can give us on this stuff without people complaining too much about the reuse of bodies or them being simple repaints. Because a lot of people say, oh, these are just simple repaints, and that's true, but that's like the most stupidest thing to complain about, a repaint. Like, everybody in the toy company right now is pretty much doing that, and it makes sense to do it if you're just making the same character in a different suit, if you're not using sculpt, you know what I'm saying? MCU figures are sculpted. If you guys like that type of stuff, go there, and that's fine, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I can appreciate the original sculpt MCU figures have, but I like these comic style figures, and this is what got me into the line. Seeing all the different Spider-Man suits and discovering the Spider-Verse was something that really got me deep into this stuff. Meeting all you guys, or just engaging with most of my viewers and followers every day is a positive experience for me. So, it keeps me coming back. I don't know, it just keeps these endorphins, checking the comments and stuff like that. So I do appreciate you guys, I really do. I haven't uploaded as much as I'd like to. I'm gonna try to work on that more often, and until then, peace.